Hi everyone, it's Ludo. Welcome back to a new episode of RenovHome, continuing the transformation of this window into a full-size French door. I'm starting the episode by hunting down bricks scattered all over the place. Some come from the ruins section you can see up in the top left, but honestly, there are bricks lying everywhere. I also reused some from the mini castle, where I had previously modified a few openings. If you're not familiar with the mini castle, feel free, after this video of course, to check out the playlist covering all the work done on that building so far. I don't know about you, but I see what looks like a person lying down here.
Hello?
Tell me in the comments if I'm not the only one, or if I should start getting worried. Once I've gathered a good pile, definitely more than enough for what I need, I removed the tarp that had been protecting the opening from the rain during the past week. I keep clearing out the rubble to get as close as possible to the large blocks I want to keep, as I explained in the previous episode. This big stone isn't moving at all. It's too tightly locked in place by the others. So I'll cut it as best I can and finish the job with a hammer. A quick visual check from the current floor level. I still need to dig a little deeper. Next, I use a mason's straight edge to see where the two brick jambs will land if I extend them downward. That tells me exactly which stones must be removed to leave enough space for the 2 rows of bricks, just like the original construction above. So I start widening the opening at the bottom and will work my way up toward the existing bricks step by step. As a reminder, I built this temporary support in the previous episode to make sure nothing shifts in the upper part while I rebuild the new brickwork underneath. By pushing outward on both brick jambs, the structure of the opening stays stable, even as I remove the stones below. Alright, time to move to the left side of the opening. Same process here. I'll focus on the lower section first and handle the upper part later. Only the bottom stone remains, and since just a small portion is in the way, I'll simply cut it. A few hammer taps along the cut edge, and it'll look like it was always meant to be that way. Less stress on the wall, and less patching for me later. I cut a piece from an old floorboard to make a small front formwork. Now I can start rebuilding a few stones up to the desired height to create a solid base for the future threshold. Because yes, I've already chosen what will go there. A compromise between height constraints and the look I want. But you'll see that shortly. I mix up a small batch of lime mortar, and off we go. I carefully select and place the stones, making sure not to exceed the target height. And I also create a slight outward slope so rainwater will drain away from the future door and threshold. I finish with a thin leveling layer of lime mortar, which sets the exact slope for the threshold that will be installed on top. And that brings us to the end of this preparation video for turning this window into a French door. In the next episode, I'll show you the threshold I chose and how I rebuilt the brickwork above it. See you soon.